Hello from Southern California. This is the DealershipNews.com podcast, where we bring you the new and old school insight into the business of selling cars and service so you have the foresight to grow your dealership and stay ahead of the competition. I'm Kelly Kleinman, and here is our show. We have with us Mr. Steve Roessler of DriveCentric. He's one of my best buddies. And Steve, how you doing?
I'm doing good, man. I'm under the circumstances. So
Yeah. You had some shoulder surgery. You grew a beard. What's next?
I figured, it's no shave November, so I figured why not? A lot of guys have a beard here, so I figured I'd join the crowd. So we're doing our Christmas party tonight. So it's the only time I've had a beard.
Hold on.
Oh my God.
Yeah. We got it. So that was my producer. We got to get to this thing. Folks, Steve, I've known Steve now for, I think, going on about a couple years, and he has just the greatest personality. We love working with him and seeing him at all these trade shows. He has the auto industry's most famous hair. In fact, it's been booked to glisten as the NADA keynote speaker in February. Steve, it's crazy, but I heard, it might not be accurate, but I heard you got sued for trademark infringement by Jimmy Neutron.
Oh yeah, Jimmy is after me. So is Johnny Bravo, and But no, I got to give the other hair twin that I've got the dry look hair, but Frank Lopes has got the wet look. So I always
get about Lopes too.
Whenever we talk hair, I always include Frank. I mean, Frank's a buddy of mine, so we have a good time with sharing hair gel products.
But you're the only person who could literally become invisible by putting on a hat.
That is probably true.
But seriously, folks, Steve has an amazing personality. If you know him, you know this to be true. He has cutting-edge insights into how business should be processed by salesmen, which is more psychological than how it should be conducted by the dealership. He's the Live with Drive guy. He's the meme guy, the video marketing guy, the networking guy, the making sales fun guy, the branding guy. And because of it, he's our automotive trade show personality of the year.
There you Hey, look at that! All right, buddy! Woohoo! Look at that!
I got through that on one take. Unbelievable. I haven't had coffee, but congrats, Steve.
Hey, well, thank you very much. That's pretty cool.
Well, this is technically our Ask an Expert segment, so let's get to it. What do you say?
Let's do it.
Yeah, I get this little buzz in my ear by my producer. So you're the branding guy. Everything now is video. That's what we do. We do this content marketing thing. We've had a great deal of success with it. How do I set my sales and service staff up to succeed by using video and social media as a means to brand themselves and win customers for life?
Yeah, with video is just such a powerful tool. I know video has been talked about for years and years in automotive. What we did at DriveCentric is we, built it within the CRM, so it became a lot easier, so people could do video versus using other tools. But so there's two parts to this. Is when customers are buying a car, and I think people are talking about and scared of Carvana out there, and I think if we go out there and ask ourselves why are people going to Carvana? And it hit me probably about 6 months ago, and I kind of leveraged this now in educating dealers, is Carvana is the non-human approach of buying a car. The fact of the matter is customers, given the data out there by digital retailing companies out there, you go out there and hear it, customers still want to test drive the car, a big portion. Nobody's going to A to Z yet. Now, I know Carvana sold I think it was 40,000 units in the last quarter or something like that. It was a big number, but I think what video is doing is humanizing the car buying experience, which is what Carvana isn't. And if we know that customers are telling us, hey, I still want to come in and test drive the car, I think what customers are telling us indirectly is, man, we know 90% of customers don't trust the dealership. And the customers want to know who they're dealing with before they come into your dealership. And video is that bridge. It's bridging the gap to the customers, so the customers are more likely to come in and visit the dealership. So now that's a personalized video experience that, if a customer sends in an internet lead, let's just introduce ourselves. Let's walk around the vehicle. Let's confirm an appointment video, which is, we're going to talk about some stats here on some of these other video techniques and what that's going to do for a dealership. But when you go into social media, the branding of social media, and again, it took me a long time to do this because, again, with DriveCentric, it's still a startup. And I've been, luckily just the face and the brand of the company that they've installed me with. So it's pretty cool. But video on social media, it's always funny is I tell everybody is you don't know it works until somebody says something to you. Because, you know, we oh, I like it. Or, you know, you're always like, why didn't somebody share it? You know, when Kelly, you didn't like my video. Oh my God. You know, and people get offensive. But I sit there, and when I go to a trade show like NADA is coming up, or if I go visit a dealership and somebody says, man, I've seen your videos. I mean, that is what keeps me going on doing videos on social media. So I leverage the social media videos for what I'm doing is really to educate, you know. So I'm talking about personalized video ideas right now with a personal video challenge. And, you know, I'm on personalized video challenge number 8, and it is getting traction. You know, people are starting to recognize it. People are sharing it. I think general managers are starting to leverage it. So it becomes a different way of branding. I want to personalize myself when an opportunity is out there with a customer that is in the market looking for something. That's one way to brand. And then you're branding what's called upstream marketing. So you start building a personality out there in the market. I happen to be obviously selling to dealers, but if I'm a salesperson doing video, I want to educate the customers. And that's what I'm doing is I'm educating dealerships. On the flip side, if I'm a salesperson, and I want to brand myself, I become the brand for my dealership. And that's why, like, some of these guys out there in the auto industry that are doing YouTube videos, you know, people specifically look to buy cars from them because they become that YouTube superstar. They become a celebrity, and people will travel all across the country to buy cars from these guys. And they'll buy it at MSRP just because that they're a celebrity. And that's what indirectly is really happening out there.
Yeah. Do you think it works so well because old school techniques are too antiquated and now maybe culturally unacceptable? And then does video work for a younger demographic than an older demographic, or is pretty much everybody warming up to it because they're all tired of being sold?
Well, yeah. Well, I think it's, you know, again, you have to communicate on the customer's terms. So, I mean, if I send you a video, and I think this is what you're asking for, is would everybody want to see a video? Is that kind of where you're going?
Yeah.
I don't see why you wouldn't. I mean, I think if anybody wants to go to YouTube and watch a video, I mean, I guess, you know, are older people doing it? I would have to go out there and get the studies for that. But I think the idea is, you know, if we can help tell the customers, hey, I'm going to send you a video. If I'm dealing with somebody older, hey, I'll send you a video. So maybe you don't have to take the time, you know, to research the car. I'll send you the video so it's right there. Because if you have somebody that's older, I want to help them, you know, provide a simpler way of buying a car from me. So you know what I'm going to do, Kelly? I'm going to send you a video of the car so you have to go online because maybe you don't want to go online and look around. I'm going to bring the car to you through video. So I think we have to tell the customer what to be expecting. I think if you're dealing with a younger generation, you said they're going to kind of know they got Snapchat, they got all these video tools that people are doing. I think we'll give it again. Got to go with the data. Mm-hmm. People are watching videos. People are watching videos on the website. They're looking at cars. They're going on YouTube, researching the cars. All of a sudden now I'm communicating on most customers' terms anyway. So you got to go with the data. But I think if you're dealing with the older generation, you probably got to direct them on why you're going to send them the video and how it's going to help them in their research.
Producer Joe.
Producer Joe. Was I too long there?
No. He wants to know what kind of case study, what kind of numbers you could throw at us. You know,
I could do well. You know, with again, there's every opportunity to send a video. What's the producer's name? What's his name?
Joe.
Case Joe. I like him. I like Joe. All right. So Joe, you know, with video, because video can go a lot of different ways. One of the dealerships that
Steve, that's actually Hudson Ford. He's not wearing his trademark hat though. He's trying to be incognito. That's our Hudson Ford. Yeah, we do a segment. We used to do a segment with him. We'll bring it back when I actually have time to do it. I didn't mean to interrupt your mojo.
Well, that's funny. That's pretty good. So yeah, so the case study that I was telling you about though was a dealership was tracking this. I mean, there's no really way of doing this except implement it in a process. So what a dealership did up in the Northwest was for every appointment that they confirmed, they sent a video to make sure that customer would show up. And if you just kind of think about what's the most coveted thing in a dealership, it's, man, I'm going to schedule an appointment. I got to make sure they show up. So what they did was they started implementing, hey, every customer, we're going to send a confirm appointment video. whether it's from the desk, they go through the car wash, a lot of different ways. But what they did was they stripped out the bad financing customers, and 88% of the customers, at least in the month of August, this was a case study I did for a 20 group, 88% of those customers that showed up bought the car. That's a huge number. And if you just kind of think, was the video a part of that? Maybe they would have bought the car anyway, but did it help steer them that way? I'd like to think that the right activity delivers a better result. And if more people are watching video, we got to believe that the right activity is going to help with those results, and videos just happen to be a part of that.
I couldn't agree more. Steve, thanks again for joining us on Ask an Expert. By the way, Hudson sent me a little note on my text. He texted me that Lopes will get Hair of the Year.
Hair of the Year. There you go.
I
should be insulted by that, because I should have the best hair.
Yeah, well,
you should have the best hair. Wet look, best hair, dry look. There you go.
There you dry look and wet look, right? Now, thanks for joining us, guys. Steve Roessler, DriveCentric, our man. Sean Kelly is our Man of the Year.
Oh, Sean.
You're our trade show personality of the year. Yeah, it's sort of official here. So I'm official here. I'll stop. Have a great weekend, Steve. I'll talk to you soon.
Thank you, sir. Take care, guys.
You bet.
Thanks for having me.